I don't like you. I think you spread hate. I think you spread bigotry. I think you piss a lot of people off because I mean, you're just an awful person. I don't think you really want to debate because you're just here to piss people off and energize your crowd of racists.
What have I ever said that's racist?
Oh, what?
Can you name one thing?
I'm Hispanic, and I support Charlie.
Can you name
Does that mean anything?
Can you name a second thing I've ever said that's racist?
I think you're just trying to play a game, and I think this is obviously going to be used.
What have I ever said that's hateful?
I just want to hate you. You're awful. Get off my campus.
When have I ever said anything that's hateful?
Because I look at you not as a black guy, but as a human being made in the image of God, and I want to know what you bring to the table. Are you good at the job? Are you better than your competitor? Because let me just pause for a second. I just want you to hear out what we believe. Is that when you talk about race all the time, you start to resegregate society based on tribes, and you lose this idea of e pluribus unum, all made in the image of God, out of many one.
Charlie Kirk has been called one of the most racist people to ever live. Whatever that means, I don't know. So today let's watch some clips and decide for ourselves.
I don't mean to ask for much, but...
You want me to sign it?
Yeah,
yes.
But can you sign another one for me, too?
All right, you're getting greedy, but sure.
It's because I got track practice in like 30 minutes. I'm on a track team here. And
what do you do? What do you run?
400.
Well, that's tough, man. Jeez, good for you.
Yeah, it is tough. It's a tough battle. But anyway.
You get 2. Good for you, man.
You're the real... All right, my question was... actually, not even question, but I overheard you saying, about how the NBA is 75% black. And which is, I mean, it's true, but, the NBA built a dream team over the Olympics, and they almost lost to a whole bunch of non-black players. What do you think about that?
I mean, they did still win.
They did.
But out of the team they almost lost to,
yeah.
I think only 2 of them were on active NBA rosters. I think so, right?
Right.
Jokic and one other. I could be wrong.
And what's his name? Rubio?
So let me explain this to you on DEI. So DEI is this belief that we're going to force people in positions, a quota.
Right.
So the NBA is a great example. So right now the NBA is 75% black.
Mm-hmm.
If all of a sudden the NBA said, we want more diversity, it's too black.
Yeah.
Right? Because we want to have more diversity.
Right.
And they would say, we're not allowed to have any more than 30% of the NBA be black.
Mm-hmm.
Would the quality of the NBA go down?
The quality of the NBA, arguably right now, yeah, it would. But
let's take the NFL. Right?
Yeah.
So the
I mean, there's not a single Caucasian corner, so...
Yeah, no, for sure.
Cooper DeJean's not a corner, but he's great, though.
So half of the... And I think you can see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, no, for
half
sure.
of the NFL is black.
Yeah.
If all of a sudden, Roger Goodell, boo, we don't like Roger Goodell. He's bad for many reasons. If he came and he's like, hey, diversity is our strength.
Right.
We're only going to say 30% of the NFL is black. You would have other unqualified white people that would then get positions in the NFL, and the quality of play would slip.
Right.
So you get the argument.
Yeah.
You then extrapolate that to other walks of life.
Right.
You think to yourself, let's just hire the best.
Yeah.
And the NFL does hire the best.
It should be the best no matter what the thing
Skin
is.
color.
But I don't think there should be restrictions to anybody. As long as you're good at what you do, it doesn't really matter to me.
I agree.
All right. Well, then we stand in agreement then.
And you have a race upcoming, I'm sure.
Yes, sir. I'm about to head out to Penn Relays, one of the most historical track meets in the United States, this Wednesday. And we're ranked number 2 right now in the nation, the track team.
Wow. So who's number 1? Oregon? Or
USC, but they just got that this week. Don't worry about that, though. We'll handle it.
So are you on the 4x4 relay team, too?
Yes, sir.
Are you the anchor? Or
No, I was, but, our coach is kind of, he's wishy-washy. We don't know the relay order until the day of, so it's like we're just out there competing.
What's your best?
My best split so far is 44-9. My best opener is 46.
I could do it in 44 minutes.
You know what? I don't blame you, man. You look like a heck of an athlete.
Thank you. No. You're much better. God bless you, man.
Yeah,
Thank you for being here.
Man.
Thank you.
I didn't see anything racist here. What really stood out was how respectful he was. He listened carefully, answered thoughtfully, and even encouraged the young man about his athletic career. When the NBA and diversity came up, he laid out his view without being rude or dismissive. Everything about that exchange showed respect. There was nothing in what I observed that suggested hatred or prejudice.
So in the spirit of hearing ideas that we might always hear, tell us why you're supporting Kamala Harris.
I just like her character more than I like Trump. I don't like it. No.
Guys, give Miles an opportunity to uninterrupted to tell me, because it's fascinating. I didn't know her character was something worth.
I like that she's trying to work for the middle class. That's what I see a lot, and I think that's what she is.
So yeah, Miles. So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What has she or Joe Biden done for the middle class in the last 4 years?
No, not too sure about that.
That's okay. So
but I'm like slowly getting there.
No, that's
like
okay.
Election day, I feel like that's okay. We can like work our way up.
For sure, no, and it takes a lot of courage to come up to an event like this.
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell you where we're coming from, and then maybe I can convince you to trade out that hat for a MAGA hat. Just maybe, okay? That's a long shot. We'll see. So Kamala Harris is part of a tradition of career politicians that run very persuasive, sexy political advertisements that are nowhere in alignment with what they've actually done. So let's look at the issues we care about most. I imagine, Miles, you want to be able to own a home at some time?
That's like my main goal. I want to like own
awesome.
a home.
And good. Honestly, Miles, everybody in this audience should be able to own a home as easily as your parents were. But right now, especially here in Phoenix, it's so out of grasp. When Trump was president, the average mortgage rate in Phoenix, Arizona, mortgage payment was $700 a month. Now it's $2,000 a month here in the city of Phoenix. Said differently, it required $75,000 a year to buy a home in Phoenix when Trump was president. Now it's $135,000 a year to buy a home. You might say, well, Charlie, how is that Biden and Kamala Harris's fault? They decided to spend $6 to $7 trillion of unnecessary government spending right out of the gate that increased asset prices. Additionally, they allowed 10 million people into the country that we didn't account for. That also increases the demand for housing, especially here in this state. So we really care about the ability for you to be able to own the home. And if Kamala Harris is going to do it, she would have done it these last 4 years. Secondly, we care about ending the wars. I bet you're pretty interested in that. War is not, no, maybe?
No, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let's end the wars.
Yeah, so Kamala Harris has demonstrated and surrounded herself with people that are aggressively in favor of the Russian-Ukrainian war, and the same people that designed the failed wars of Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, and Libya. For example, Liz Cheney, Dick Cheney, Leon Panetta, John Bolton. Donald Trump is the only president of an unbroken chain of 32 years to start no new wars and actually bring peace to the Middle East. We did not have any new wars under Donald Trump. And finally, I mentioned this briefly, the border. I believe that everyone in this audience should be given preference above somebody who illegally comes into our country that was not welcome or invited. When Trump was president, we had the most secure border in history. Under Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, we've had 10 million people, and they get taxpayer-funded benefits. They get luxury hotel rooms. They get flights into the interior of the country. And so on those three issues, home ownership, the border, and war, Donald Trump doesn't just say he did. And I would just ask you, you don't have to answer right now, because I know it's hard to get in front of an audience of people like this. Can you show me that anything Kamala has done that shows she's better at Trump than what Trump did on those three things?
No.
That's okay. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I want to encourage you to do your research because it is it's very tempting to fall for propaganda that you just see on TV. I bet a lot of people here in the audience can give you something to think about and something to consider, because Kamala Harris, she does not care for you. She cares about her own political career. Trump is different.
I didn't see anything racist here either. Again, he let the guy speak, then answered. The conversation stayed calm and focused on the issues, not on tearing the person down. He challenged ideas, yes, but he did so respectfully. From what we just watched, there was no sign of hatred, only a difference of opinion.
Because I look at you not as a black guy, but as a human being made in the image of God, and I want to know what you bring to the table. Are you good at the job? Are you better than your competitor? Because let me just pause for a second. I just want you to hear out what we believe. Is that when you talk about race all the time, you start to resegregate society based on tribes, and you lose this idea of e pluribus unum, all made in the image of God, out of many one. And yes, we have made many mistakes in our past, but we were getting closer as a country in my childhood as being not obsessed with race. We've become more race-obsessed over the last 10 years, especially the last 5 years, which is why we're seeing the anti-DEI movement, which actually ends up hurting people of color more than previously. And I guess the biggest question, though, is that why should race matter at all? Shouldn't we just de-emphasize it?
What I wanted to first respond to was the notion of stop talking about race. I don't agree with that notion for the simple fact that talking about things bring awareness. Awareness leads to actions. Actions produce change results. I just want to use your logic and flip it on you. Imagine you had cancer and your doctor was like, let's just stop talking about it. It wouldn't, in the same context that racism wouldn't go away.
Got it.
Cancer wouldn't go away.
Let's accept that premise.
Not.
Do you think racism is a top 100 problem in America?
I think it is. I I haven't considered the other 99 to give a thorough
crime, fathers not being around, obesity, suicide, mental health issues,
For sure.
anxiety, cost of college, an open border, Russian-Ukrainian war, nuclear proliferation, artificial intelligence, the rise of China. Like, all that's probably more important than racism. So
I'm not saying it is or isn't.
But however,
you're kind of changing the
but
subject.
no, I'm not. But I'm to use your premise. If I have cancer, that's the most important thing happening to me.
Correct.
Racism is not a cancer on America. Racism is sin, and we'll never get rid of sin because we are broken, fallen creatures from our Creator, and we rebelled.
Right,
So
but you do not solve issues by not discussing them. If you and your wife I'm not sure if you're married, if you and your wife have a disagreement with communication, and you tell her, like, hey, let's just stop talking about our problems.
actually
So problems do not disappear.
I actually don't think it's an issue nearly as much as you do. I think we've made it a bigger issue.
I'm not making it a bigger issue. I'm just discussing. This is just my
No,
talking
I'm saying
point.
generally, but like, let's just say, and then I do want to get your definition though. What is racism?
Racism is a form of feeling superiority. It is expressed through discrimination and through the legal system.
Oh, fair enough. So we agree that's wrong and it's terrible. So we should get rid of practices that actively discriminate against anybody based on race. Can you be racist against white people?
Can I? Or
Yes.
black people?
No, can a black person like yourself be racist against a white person?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. We agree, and you should be applauded for that because some people on the left think you can't be racist against white people.
So
Some,
just,
not all.
Just to speak for black people.
That's quite a statement, but sure.
Well, let me speak for the majority who are of my opinion. So when blacks who, let's say, have disdain for whites, it is not based on racism. It is based in cause and effect. It is normal for anybody to hate a suppressor. It is normal for anybody to hate it is normal for anybody to hate their murderers. America went to war with the British Empire for being suppressed and oppressed. So my concluding point is that a lot of the hate that can be perceived from blacks as white is hating oppression, not white people. Because if you substitute our oppression for a Mexican, if a Mexican oppresses us, we therefore hate him as well. If a black man oppresses us, we therefore hate oppression.
I think that's a fair point. Let me ask one final question, if that's okay. If you had to decide which is a bigger problem facing black America, racism or a lack of fathers raising black kids, which is a bigger problem?
I would say what impact? Repeat the question.
After watching these clips side by side, my conclusion is this: labeling Charlie Kirk as one of the most racist people to ever exist doesn't hold up under scrutiny of these interactions. What I saw was a man who welcomed debate, engaged with people from different backgrounds, and addressed them respectfully. He did not hide behind insults or contempt. Many people, critics and supporters alike, have accused him of extremism or racism. Some of those charges point to past statements that critics have called racially charged. But in these clips, none of that appeared. Instead, we saw someone who could communicate his views broadly and demand reasoned responses. A truly racist person would typically treat some groups as unworthy of basic respect or rational discourse. That wasn't what these conversations showed. I think a lot of people labeled him because they couldn't, or wouldn't, engage with his arguments. When someone speaks fluently, attracts large audiences across lines, and dissects tough topics, it's easier for critics to apply a label than to answer the arguments. His legacy will be debated, but based on these clips, I saw a debater more than I saw a bigot.